Hey y'all, and welcome back to my Limbo guide. So this is picking up in chapter 11, and this video is going to cover chapters 11 through 18, but there are no achievements in this video. This is just for people looking for help. If you're looking for achievements, the next one will be in chapter 19, which will be at the beginning of the next video, so you can go ahead and move on to that one. So this part here is very tricky. You have a very short amount of time to make that very large jump. So be sure you're up against this wall so the boulder doesn't hit you. So as soon as you step far enough forward, the spider will come back. And now he can still kill you here, so you need to be careful, even though he looks pretty weak. So wait for him to stretch out his arm, then run over and grab it. Sorry, Mr. Spider. We're gonna need to use your body. I feel bad for the spider now. I mean, I know he's tried to kill us, but we just ripped his arm off, and now we're gonna slowly roll him to his death. It's very sad, very disturbing. But I guess this is Limbo. Makes sense, right? And that's not the worst thing we're about to do. Be sure you're centered on the box before jumping on it. The first time I did this, I wasn't centered and just fell straight off, and yeah, had to start over. Wasn't too fun. So that first puddle is not very dangerous. This next one is, though. We have to use the dead bodies like stepping stones. So wait on this first body for this brainwashed child. I don't know, I think it's a child. He's about the same size as you. God, that's just... And then, as terrible as it is to say, we're gonna bring this body with us for reasons that'll be made very apparent very soon. No, wait, come back. Careful, it will slide down the hill all the way back to the water. So just give it a good little push, and at least you're safe. Like I said, that spider is far from the worst thing we encounter. Alright, so here, bit of a tricky one. You want to first land in the middle, but on this second press, you want to jump over the middle. The middle is the button. And you're going to need to remember that. So you jump over here, and you're gonna have to run away from these kids. So remember the pattern. The middle is the button, and on the second one, the middle is your safe zone. So, there you go. You know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me of Lord of the Flies. I don't know if any of y'all have ever read that book. I had to read it back in high school, and that is one of the darker books I've ever had to read. I enjoyed it. It was a fantastic book, but my God. God, now that I think about it, this is just like, well, I say just like, it's very much like Lord of the Flies in many ways. But I can't tell. Are we playing Ralph or I don't know. So the trick here, you want to pull this rope as far down as it will go and jump out and then climb down as quickly as you can and use this crate we moved to grab the rope before it moves up above the saw blades. Then you want to grab the second rope and climb on it until the doors are about even, and you'll be clear to go. And you want to be careful. Even just a light touch on the head on any one of those doors will kill you, so. And here's our first brain slug. These things, they're just a nuisance. They don't really make anything too difficult, but they are just kind of in the way. So how they work, they send you in one direction, and all you can do is control how fast or slow you move in that direction. So here you need to time it out so that these bugs, or these things, will eat the bug off of your head. Oh, and I'm sorry about that. That was some dropped frames. My capture card is starting to go out on me. But don't worry, I just ordered a new one. Should be here by the time I start my next guide. Whatever that may be. So we need to use this cute little critter. So if you jump on this, I think it's a lamppost of some kind? I'm not sure. Maybe just a hanging pipe? But chase the little bug thing. I called it a bug. It's a hamster looking thing. We'll hold the brakes until we break the weather, apparently. We broke the weather machine. It's like Lord of the Flies meets Lost or something. Alright, so that chain looks very inviting. Don't grab onto it quite yet. We want to drop down and move this plank about halfway, a little closer to the far side if you can. And then we can grab the rope, or the chain, sorry. Now the water's going to start draining as soon as you let go, so you need to make sure you get across as quick as you can. It's hard to tell, but there is water there. That's solid water, so be careful you don't fall in that. I fell victim to it a number of times, so I can say that with experience. Line this box up with the opening there. Try and keep it as close to the left side as you can. but not too close so that it gets caught on the corner. You don't want the box to spin, you want it to stay level. We're going to pull this lever here to raise the water. Pull this gate open, and you can let go of it. It doesn't spring back or anything. And then just ride the box to safety. And you do want to keep an eye on the box. If it starts to tilt or lean, you could slide off of it and drown, and that's not very good. So we need to quickly grab this box and line it up. Again, make sure it lines up pretty evenly so it doesn't get caught on any corners. Now this box isn't going to float all the way. You see it's starting to sink. When the water level hits about your knees or about the bottom of your shorts, that's when you want to jump up. So the water's going to keep going. We're still on a time limit here. Hold this gate open. You'll see that little ball down below. As soon as the water level reaches the top of that ball, it's going to pop up, and you want to catch it. Quickly roll it over here to the far right. We're going to use the buoyancy of the ball to lift this crate, or this, I'm not sure what it is. This, I guess it's a crate. It's a somewhat crate-looking thing. Now, because it is a ball, it's going to be very unstable. So you're going to have to watch where you're standing. Make sure the crate doesn't fall off or the ball doesn't get loose, anything like that. But once you're past there, the water level will stop, and you're pretty well safe. So this is a cool puzzle involving displacement of water. I was so happy with the somewhat basic aspects of physics here, but the puzzles require you to understand certain properties of things in the world. I don't know, it's very clever. I like it, as I've stated a number of times. So be sure that gate down there is closed before lowering the large box into the water. Otherwise the water level won't rise high enough. So there you have it. The next video is going to pick up right where we left off in chapter 19. We're going to start getting achievements again, and from that point on, every video is going to have an achievement. This is the only one that doesn't have an achievement, but like I said, it's because it's such a long chunk of game. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments below, or if I don't answer you, feel free to send me a message. I will definitely answer that. And again, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you down the road.